I'd like to call upon Sally's subconscious, please.
We're here.
Thank you so much. Are we able to do a body scan and see what is happening to that body today?
Yes, scanning now. She's doing well. She is relaxed.
Is there anything that you can heal or balance in her body?
She's been having some nausea. We can heal the upset stomach that she's been having recently. It did get better, but we can work on that.
Can you tell me the purpose of this nausea?
There's a lot of energies coming in right now into the planet. Things are being released. It's affecting the human body, especially those who are extremely sensitive to the different energies and are aware of it. They can feel it more, and it's affecting the way the body is currently feeling right now. It's trying to release any denser emotions that we feel. Things are releasing.
Well, thank you so much. I know that was one of her questions. She wanted to understand why she was feeling sick and uneasy. And so, subconscious, you're saying it's because of the planet's energy that is being.
Yes. What the planet is currently going through with the energies and releasing, it's also affecting those on the earth. We will be experiencing this, and it's become greater as the earth is releasing. We will feel it stronger and stronger. That is why many are having uneasy feelings in their body and they don't know why.
Well, thank you. And so we assume that this will just keep increasing until the point of the shift. Is that correct?
Yes, it is something that we all need to be aware of, and just know that it's for your greater good, and it helps if you acknowledge it. Acknowledge the feelings, acknowledge the discomfort. Drink lots of water. Mentally allow yourself to release any kinds of energies affecting your body that are making you not feel good. Just ask. You'll feel much better if you do.
And by acknowledging them, what will that do for us?
It'll allow you to know that you are acknowledging the feeling in your body, not denying it. And sometimes what happens is if you acknowledge pain in your body or different kinds of densities, it can help you figure out if there's something you're holding on to that you don't need, a thought pattern, a negative emotion, um, uh, feeling uh, um, feeling less towards your own self. Um, it's good to look inward and acknowledge the pain or the discomfort, and it'll allow you to unlock different kinds of information about yourself that you might not even be aware
Thank you. And so, for in terms of Sally, when she was feeling nauseous and uneasy, did she have specific things she was releasing then?
of. Yes, yes. She was experiencing just the emotions of acknowledging the higher information and accepting the fact that certain people in her life might never believe her or the information she's seen. Um, it was getting through sadness, um, different kinds of densities that, though temporary, she was acknowledging them and moving through them. And of course, some of it was energies being released on earth, but it was a mixture.
Okay, thank you. And so now she's been able to release that. Will that help her moving forward to not feel so nauseous next time there is big energies reaching her?
Yes. Um, However, we do sense that she is a very sensitive energy conduit. So we do foresee more feelings, more sensations, but because she is aware and she's experienced before, she knows how to move through it in the best way possible with drinking the water, resting, releasing, trying to stay calm. That'll be very helpful.
Thank you so much. Today, subconscious, I heard someone saying that they view now the word releasing as a term of releasing their problems, rehiring their problems, rebuying their problems, having to live out their issues and being stuck more in the matrix. Subconscious, what do you have to say about that definition of the term release?
it sounds like the ego. Um, it, mm, for somebody to put a spin on a word that is not not about that. It does have to do with all your intentions and what you plan on doing with the word. When you release something, you acknowledge that you're going to get rid of it. You allow yourself that. It sounds like the ego of the person is trying to like create unnecessary confusion and fear. And we wonder what this person has that they're holding on to. What is scaring them? What is scaring them? We'd like to know.
Subconscious, could it be that they are aware that there are big changes afoot and they are confused of why they are not knowing or hearing about the big information that they are probably seeking but have not been able to sort out for themselves?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. There is much fear and confusion we feel from the person mentioning that because it sounds like a personal thing and they're projecting it. And why? Why would they do that? Why?
Is it possible that she tries to release things but she actually doesn't do it with all genuine intent, and so therefore she still finds she still has the same problem still within her?
Yes. It could be also she might not believe in her own ability to release it.
She doesn't seem to trust her spiritual team would protect her from anything. And she even said if she got a message from her spiritual team to do something, she would dismiss it because she and herself wants to learn discernment through her own free will.
Mm, yes. It appears she holds on to things because we get a feeling she doesn't release correctly because there's no trust or faith behind it.
Okay, thank you. Well, we can send her love. Um,
Mhm.
in terms of Sally, we would like to, or she would like to learn more about the second connection, please, and why it was so intense. As you know, she has had 5 connections to different people, and she is wanting to know about the second person, please. What can you tell us?
Yes. Um, the second connection was rather interesting because what happened was it happened before. So years ago, when she was younger, she was at that location and felt a lightning bolt strike her spine. And she whirled around in shock. And there was someone far away staring at her. And she knew that person somehow was connected. She didn't think anything of it at the time and she left. Years later, 5 years ago, she went back to the same location and surprisingly saw the same person. She could feel this person's density. It was so intense it made her ill when she was anywhere near this person. And she knew this person needed some kind of help. And a connection began when, as they were running next to each other, a huge purple vortex of energy manifested in the daytime in public. And when it manifested, it was pulling her into it and him on the other side into it as well. And she was fighting it because she was scared. And luckily, she pulled away because she didn't like it. And that just started this pattern of when they would see each other, things would happen. So she had an experience where she walked by this person and saw people from her family in little It's like a huge book with chapters, and the chapters were flipping, and she was seeing family members in it. She felt like this was a connection of family. This person was family of some sort. And this person seemed to manifest quite easily. And would show up in her dreams for help. He would show up in her dreams as a frail little boy, very scared little boy, or sleeping, exhausted in life, needing healing. She would heal him in the dream. And eventually the connection was done because she felt it one day. And it like sparked, it sparked her with healing, wanting to heal others. And she saw that the man was not energetically frail anymore, spiritually frail as much anymore. She was definitely helping him. And it ended after because it was done.
Has she had other lifetimes with that person?
Mm, mm. We're not seeing any. We consider them to be like star family, though, like connected as family. But we're not seeing any past lives. He needed help.
And how was she able to help him?
She healed him. He was a very broken man. He was worn down. We get a sense he was treated not well as a child. And when he'd go to school, he was also, because they ostracized, treated differently, made fun of, and had low self-esteem, low self-esteem as an adult.
I see. And when he was having these connections with her, did he see, for example, the purple vortex?
He did. It scared him. It scared both of them.
What if they didn't fight it and if they went with the purple vortex, what would happen to them?
Mm, they would have connected on a more personal level, very personal. But she didn't want that.
Did he want that?
Yes.
How does he understand that connection that they had together now?
Hmm. He felt like he knows her, but not from this planet. Elsewhere.
If she saw him today, what could she share with him that he would be open to hearing?
Hmm. He'd actually be open to hearing anything she would say to him. He saw her as almost like not of this world. And when he was in her presence, he felt not of this world in a good way. So, because they've never spoke, she never spoke with it. She never spoke with this connection. The majority of them she never spoke to. But he'd be so happy to see her. He'd be open to hearing anything.
Extraordinary. Okay, well, thank you so much. It's very interesting. And so, subconscious, Sally was wanting to know why, in her lifetime, would she often see ghosts and a line of dead people lining up. She felt like somehow she needed to do something for them. She also noticed that there were black hooded figures there as well. What can you say to her and help her understand these experiences?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So 2 years ago, a few years ago, she would have these really lucid dreams of being in her bed and having spirits, dead people, the ghosts, you could call them, lined up in long, long lines, waiting for her to help them. And the dark robed figures were watching, and they were kind of, I don't know, observing what was going on. They were coming to her for, what were they coming to her for? Almost like, it was almost like they were getting the word trapped. And we were trying to understand trapped with what? Trapped in their own area. She is like attractive to wandering spirits on earth because she does exude so much love and compassion. They were asking her to help them cross over. Um, and it was happening a lot recently in the past 2 years because she was willing to help. And so they would come to her. And the black robed figures were trying to, they didn't like it. They didn't like that they didn't like that she was crossing them over. They wanted to scare her to stop and it wouldn't work. They, they're, I guess you could call them like lower density. And it's just interesting. They didn't like that the spirits were leaving. Wow. Hmm.
And so, how did they know that she would be able to assist them? And then, how did she assist them?
They were watching her do it. They were in the room watching. They couldn't interfere. The black robe figures could not interfere because she was doing a service of love. She was compassionately helping these souls who wanted to leave the earth plane. And it was like they didn't know how. They were like stuck. And they would come to her and she would put her hand, I think she's putting her hand on their body and just sending them so much love. And then they would be like set free. And they would come in lines, like many of them would show up. And the robed figures couldn't do anything about it. They would just watch.
Thank you, subconscious. It reminds me of what Sally shared with me recently about her seeing Gaia as a little child coming in to see Sally as she was in bed. Was Gaia wanting the same release and the same support?
It was, yeah, it was amazing. She came and cuddled up beside her like a little child and wanted her love and her warmth and her support and her energy. Oh, that was such a beautiful experience for her. She's honored for them. Yes.
Thank you. And how did Gaia feel having that support?
She felt loved, like loved, very loved. Um, it was what she wanted and she appreciated it.
And then subconscious, what happened to Gaia after that?
Most of her released. We saw it as like pinkish, reddish, orangish, yellowish colors floating away. And then a little spark of her is left here, but we're happy for her. She's not in pain.
We're very grateful for that. Thank you so much, subconscious. In terms of Sally noticing that she doesn't see these what she called dead people anymore, she's noticing that they've sort of stopped. What can you tell us about that?
The veil has been lifted more and more. And it's almost like a layer was covering where the spirits would be inhabiting. It's like very, very close to the earth plane density. And it's not on the actual earth itself. It is, but it's not. It's hard to explain. It's like you can imagine somebody walking, but they're walking like 3 feet above the ground. It'd be like that. It's almost like a parallel. Parallel. We just see like it's hard to explain. You see like a gray, like thick line, and it's It's like feet. It's higher than the earth floor where people would be walking. So like they're kind of just right above us, but they're here, and things are starting to lift. And as clarity came to people, so did clarity come to those who were walking the earth. Um, the ones who wanted our help, they were ready to leave, and they knew that she would be more than able to assist with helping them leave. They didn't need much, just a kind word. They needed, it's like they wanted to be singled out and to be treated as an individual. And that helped. And that released them because they were ignored. And we don't, we're getting like it's the emptiness of spirits on this earth. We're getting a feeling of less of them.
Fantastic. Well, that is great because it means that then energetically not holding as much density, if they're sort of lost, wouldn't that create some density about them?
Yes, 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 yes. When she felt a presence of a spirit, it is extremely, it feels dense, and it changes, it makes the atmosphere in the room thick where you feel like you can't really breathe. She doesn't feel that way anymore. And she was kind of laughing about it because she recently saw a cup of water glide across the table by itself, but she felt no fear, which would have happened earlier in the past because she could have felt that density happening beforehand. Like it was gathering up energy to manifest. But this situation, it had no density attached to it. And she wasn't sure why, but we know why. It was we're getting that the person who visited her that day and moved the cup across the water was not a ghost, higher vibrational.
Was it recently?
Mm-hmm. Month ago.
Mm. Does that high vibrational being have a message for her?
Mm. We just heard that they love that we're doing the sessions. Hmm. They mm, they liked that she was listening to your sessions, and they like that she's doing them now. They were almost like a we're here, and we like the way you're going. We like the path that you're taking, and kind of like almost like saying hi and kind of like messing with her in like a friendly way, not trying to scare her, obviously. But she kind of felt that because there was nothing, it didn't feel dense. It felt fine, which was odd to her. But that's funny.
Well, I realized that I don't know if we specifically sent love and healing to those ghost realm people and beings. So I apologize to any of the ghosts that did not feel acknowledged by these sessions, and may I be able to change that, and may they have always felt our love and support and our guidance to find the light and to release themselves if they feel stuck here.
That's so nice. Yes, that's good. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, that gives me great joy. And so then, subconscious, we were wondering about the support that we did give Gaia when um, we did a channeling, and we want to know how that helped Gaia and humanity when we were all supporting her energetically and loving all parts of her, even some of the areas that many light workers don't want to consider because of its density.
Hmm. Um, she is feeling that energy, the healing energy. She is healing. She is releasing um, all that, all that density that she was experiencing for so long. It's like coming off of her, and she's healing. And that session really helped speed up her releasing all of um, the denser energies that she was um, having to just go through and get rid of now. It's a process, but it really sped it up for her, and she is feeling so much lighter, um, so much better.
Thank you, subconscious. So then my next question is, what else can we do to help Gaia?
Raise your vibrations. Make it a personal hobby to try and raise your vibrations as high as you can. Everything you do really helps her because when you raise your vibrations, it raises others. And it's like a chain reaction. It goes out and it affects the land. And She would love that for all to experience that for the animals, for everything on this planet.
Well, thank you so much. In subconscious, Sally is curious about who are you. She was wanting to know more about um, you being her master guide this lifetime.
We are Arcturian.
Is she having many guides? Does she have one subconscious, or does she have a collective supporting her?
We see one male. We saw this before. He has wings. He's very large. He is a subconscious to many.
One of her questions was about how she did see a gold wing right next to her moving. She ducked and she could hear the wing. So then, because we love labels, who is he?
We sent we sent a guide to have her see them because she was experiencing negativity in her life at that moment. And we wanted her to see higher energy beings, to like shake her, like stop looking at negativity. She went into a density that involved going down the rabbit holes into dark information, and it really affected her because it was too dark. She was researching too much and it was too dark. It was changing her, and it was causing her to start to lose faith. And we had to shake her and stop it right away. We sent the guide to have her see it. We needed her to see it. It was important. She had to wake up. She had to stop looking down the dark rabbit holes. And the guide didn't want to scare her. He didn't scare her. He just gave her that spark again. He got really close. He purposely made it where she saw the wing and heard it. So she didn't question it. She knew it happened.
It's very, very cool. So it was to try and snap her out of exploring too much density by almost getting bitch slapped by a gold wing of angel.
We would have liked to, but that might have made her scared.
Luckily, I know her humour, and that would have been okay to have said that.
Yes, she's laughing. She was actually about to say that before you said that.
Okay, well, it got her attention, so we thank the guide for giving her that shake up. And so, but that is not her master guide, is that correct? Or is that her master guide?
Master guide.
Okay. And so, does the guide have a name that we would commonly know since he guides many?
Hmm. Hmm. You can call him Michael.
Okay, fantastic. And would that be the Archangel Michael?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, fantastic. Um, well, that is very helpful. And is that the reason why she has such extraordinary connections? Is because he is of assistance to her.
Hmm. Yes. And she's always, mm, she's not for sure known, but she's always had a fascination with Michael and called upon him for assistance.
Oh, okay. Well, that is helpful to already intuitively know your guide.
She didn't know. She knows now because we are telling her, but she didn't. Yeah, it was like she had a sense, and but she didn't really know. But now she does.
Yay! Well, we love these learning lessons through these sessions. So, thank you, subconscious, for exposing yourself to us. We do appreciate the information because we just do. We're just nosy that way. So, thank you. um, okay, then subconscious. So then, tell us. Was it you then that gave her the date um, that has already passed, telling her to get ready? And if so, what was the significance of giving her that date?
We gave her that Friday that recently passed to be ready. When she saw it, we gave her a picture of her body shaking and said, "Be ready. If shaking occurs, don't be scared." She thought we meant an earthquake. She got scared. She thought it was an earthquake. We weren't meant. We didn't mean earthquake. We didn't mean earthquake. We meant your body is going to be shaking up and to be ready for the unexpected feelings, the intense stomach knots, the nausea, the strange feelings of anxiety. It's not a physical earthquake, but a mental and body one, but not on the planet. We wanted her to be ready and to not be afraid of how she was feeling. And she thought we meant it to be literal, like an earthquake.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you for that clarification. And did it help her get mentally ready for what she knows about in terms of the shift to the new earth?
Going through it for her was uncomfortable. She wasn't feeling good at all. But mentally, she was becoming where she had embraced and accepted the fact that she's not going to have this body for very long. And she was becoming at peace with it mentally. And that is very good. We like that she is becoming at peace with it. And she just had to go through the uncomfortable feeling, but she did good. She drank water and just accepted it.
Well, fantastic. Okay, well, that is good, epic. Very impressed with how she can navigate herself through these interesting times. So, thank you. And so, then subconscious, she had a dream where she sensed some energy, which then sort of changed into someone that she recognized, who then held her arm, telling her 3 weeks. And then the energy changed into someone else, and then she was told 10 minutes, which made her feel a little bit unsettled. Can you tell us specifically what is the message there?
Yes. The person that grabbed your arm and said 3 weeks was a message. We want her to be prepared for over the next 3 weeks. Mentally, we want her to remain neutral, practice being balanced. We want her to be mentally prepared. She is going to need to be ready to help others. And this is the time where she needs to keep staying on that path. And with triggers right now, just look at it like it's practice. It's practice. You're practicing for when it's really needed. It's prepare, practice. Be there for others now. Practice inner peace and your calm. Talk to your team. Because changes are going to be occurring and many people are going to need a support. So we need people now to start mentally preparing to be those supporters of others who are going to need it because they have not reached inner peace yet. They have not been practicing this and they're getting more and more agitated. So when things start occurring, they are going to be scared. We're going to need to help them mentally prepare. We say 10 minutes because we were testing her and she got scared. But it's good. We're triggering her to learn not to freak out. It's going to be difficult for many who are going to be terrified, scared. If you can just breathe and count and remain calm and don't freak out with them. Don't be triggered with them when the time is needed for you to step up. We are getting her ready.
Thank you. So, will she be helping others here on this planet, or will she be helping them on the old Earth when you were telling her that she needs to start helping others?
Now, starting now.
How
From
would you?
now.
Mhm. How would you like her to go about that?
Remain calm. Um, just remain calm. And if there's any kind of things occurring on the planet that start affecting more people, don't get triggered into also being fearful. It's not the time.
Will something happen that will make people need her help even more so than now?
Hmm. Um, we're just seeing people get upset. Um, not sure why. Trying to see why. Hmm. They're not. They're not being shown.
Okay, I see. And so something is going to happen then where she will need to help people who are upset here on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. We're not. They're not showing us further.
Is it something we haven't heard before that's going to take place?
Hmm. They're giving us nothing right now.
Okay, thank you. I will respect that. And we can just use our intuition to know and read in between the lines. So thank you so much for that.
Mm-hmm.
Subconscious, she saw baby blue, is it lights in the sky next to a rainbow cloud with her sister. Can you tell us what was going on there and what did she see?
Hmm. The rainbow cloud was there so that they would notice the blue lights next to it. So we drew their attention to the rainbow cloud first, and that made them look to the right, and the blue lights were there shining. We wanted to show ourselves to them because she has told her sister many things, and her sister is new to this information, but open to it too. And we wanted to let her see us up there and give her more things to think on because we like that she's asking questions. We like that she's open to information that is something she's not heard of, but she's so willing to understand that we greatly appreciate that.
I love that. It seemed quite special that she had that experience with her sister.
Mm. Yes, yes, it was very, very purposeful. They saw it together. That's why we did it.
Has she had other lifetimes with her sister?
Mm. Mm. We're not getting anything.
Okay. How many lifetimes has her sister had on this planet?
Mm. We see 2.
Mhm. Could it be said she was a first wave volunteer who exited in 1972 to be reborn in the second lifetime in 1983?
Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was the purpose and mission for her sister being a first waver?
Hmm. She doesn't beat to any one particular, like, mm, she doesn't follow any kind of practice, narrative. She's very fluid and open minded and very kind. So we get a sense that uh, she came here to help people feel good about who they are without feeling judged.
I can see how that would be really significant for Sally to have a sister like that.
Yeah, yeah. um, it's very nice to not feel judged.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Subconscious, for letting us know that. Um, now, we do have a personal question for Sally about just understanding a little bit more about her partner in this lifetime. She got a sense that he was Lyran Arcturian, but yet was given the information that he cannot be upgraded to go to the new Earth, therefore, he will be shifting to Nibiru. Can we understand a little bit more about the significance of his DNA not being able to be upgraded? Is that correct? Did we recall that information correctly?
Yes, that is correct. Um, he likes the 3D density. He considers this energy home to him, and he cannot comprehend something different. It's like it wouldn't register. Even if he were to catch a glimpse of it, he would think it was fake or like not possible. He just feels, we just like get the sense that he's very comfortable in this density and prefers it.
I see. Okay. Um, why is it that he prefers this density over, say, the fifth dimension?
Something about like touching, like solidness, solid. Um, mm, he likes solidness around him. He likes like the energies of we almost get a sense of fighting, like fighting. It's an interesting mix. It's kind of confusing to her because it's like he likes the thrill of the fight and 3D density. What's 3D density? Like, what's the word? It's like like things that people do that are like drinking and uh, just very dense stuff, but he enjoys it a lot
Mm,
and
I understand. So he enjoys having a physical body and all that gives to offer.
very, very physical. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Has he mastered a fifth dimensional lifetime before?
Hmm. Don't get a feeling he has.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Extraordinary. Okay, well, thank you so much. We do appreciate that more insight and we can respect his choices. So thank you, subconscious. And then, out of curiosity, when I was looking at the volcano on La Palma, Canary Island, last night, I kept getting this strange sense that what I was looking at in terms of smoke was kind of like body essences, and as if there was not souls and not bodies, but something kind of being born out of the smoke. Was it just an overtired imagination, subconscious?
Hmm. Hmm. You do sense energies coming out of it. Um, Individual energies coming out of it, like releasing underneath and throughout. For some reason, we see Atlantis. Atlantis
Mm-hmm.
connected. And like old energies, when something happens that can be very traumatic and there's an imprint,
Mm,
be like
fascinating.
releasing from underneath.
Thank you so much. I have been sort of observing the volcano for almost sort of last sort of 2 weeks ish, off and on, and it just was something I'd never noticed before. And so it was very curious. So I thought I would just ask because it just felt like it was something else I hadn't observed. So thank you. We understand that the planet is going to go through some extraordinary changes moving forward. Is that still part of the unfolding of events that this planet will be seeing?
I'm sorry, could you ask a question again?
Mm-hmm. Will this planet still be seeing lots of natural disasters and events occurring?
Yes, yes.
The same as what we're seeing now, or will it expand and ramp up?
It will. It will expand. It will ramp up. It'll, it's like right now, it's just more quiet. It's quiet, but it will ramp up.
That was one of our questions that we had. I mean, I felt like I experienced an incredibly long, very long day yesterday where it felt extraordinarily long in length. I feel like I've had shorter months. So I was curious what was going on there yesterday.
Yes, you talked about this earlier. Yes, it is what you were discussing. We are slowing things down with the time to help those who are a little bit behind on the inner work. We are giving them an opportunity to start doing it. We're giving them what appears to be longer time so that they can start doing what they need to do and help themselves. How we're doing it purposefully, we want to help. And so it does seem like time is slowed down, but that is the reason. And it will feel like that for a while.
It will feel like that for a while. We'll have a lot more slower days.
You will experience it. Yes. On and off. You'll experience it before things start ramping up. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you. And in terms of how many timelines is there before the main shift where Gaia releases herself? How many timelines do we have now?
Hmm. We feel like we're on one.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes.
And so when the planets experiences more disasters, will they be all just man-made ones? Or will they be natural disasters, say more volcanoes and earthquakes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. That too.
All of the
Yes.
above.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Last time we spoke, subconscious, you said that she didn't need to worry about Thanksgiving. Does she need to start purchasing a turkey or not?
Mm. Mm. We are giving no answer.
Okay. So it's probably a best choice for her to assume she will be here and then be surprised if something else happens. Is that the best approach?
Yes. Yes. We we prefer if she just doesn't ask. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so well, that would be good. And then so she would just be able to focus on keeping balance and neutral, trusting that you know how to get her attention if you want her to be alerted to anything, and to just enjoy the days that she has and find the joy. Is there anything else you want her to do in between that time?
Mm. Just be happy. Be happy and grateful for everything around you and everyone
I
because
feel
it's not going to last.
I feel like she is pretty happy and grateful for everyone she has around her because she can see that there is opportunities for her profound love to reach out and open hearts and minds.
Yeah. Yes. And she can continue. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Is there any final messages that you have for her?
Mm. Mm. We love you. Mm-hmm. We love you.
Well, that is beautiful. And then subconscious, is there any information you would like me to know moving forward? Is there any sessions that I need to cover that I haven't covered in topics or contents or concepts? Is there anything you would like me to know?
Mm. Mm. It's a good question. Mm. We will ask that with those who are reptilian starseeds and those who have had a subconscious as a reptilian, um, and those who are aware that they've um, had past lives as reptilian. We ask that you also help them with sometimes they feel blamed, and because not all are bad, um, some can feel shamed, and we want them to know that we don't want them to feel that way about themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, they need to feel just as loved and empowered and special and unique and important as everybody else here having a life experience.
Yes, yes, we can feel it coming off of them. And it's making us have so much compassion for them.
That is so sad because I would have hoped that if they'd been listening to these sessions, it would have empowered them to accept that everything is purposeful and that there is no such thing as good or bad and that we all are equal parts of source.
Hmm. Yes, but sometimes it can be a little thought in their head or a feeling about themselves, and I don't think they mean it. They mean to do it purposefully. It's just a little feeling, and we can feel it coming from them.
Hmm. Okay, well, can we send that little feeling? Um, can we send profound love and releasing to all those little feelings that those have somehow that make them feel like they are less than worthy? May they be able to release that judgment on themselves, knowing that not everyone views and judges them as they are viewing and judging themselves. Will that help them subconscious feel more accepted and loved and supported and respected?
Yes, yes, that would help. And that we love all are loved equally.
Mm, yeah. And in saying that, that means that you love all of those who choose to be jerks at times, regardless of what starseed they are. And so if you can love the jerks, you can love all the starseeds. And I say this with jokes, but I also
Mhm.
want people to stop limiting themselves, thinking that they're not worthy of love of themselves and love of their collectives.
Yes, and to stop feeling like we don't want them to feel like they're being blamed. It's not fun to feel blamed.
Absolutely. They are not responsible for other people's choices and actions. They're only responsible for their reactions and their behavior. And
Mhm.
it seems like some self love needs to take place if they want to blame themselves for other people's choices.
Mhm. Yes, that would be greatly helpful.
Okay, well, let's just imagine a big group hug, and everyone listening is special and unique and loved and supported and part of this group of beings who respect and honor high dimensional perspectives.
Mhm. Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the information you've provided for us today.